we saw how Indra was in the form of a poor Brahmin, begged for food. And without a moment of hesitation or thought, quickly King Kaushika handed over his part of food. And without even waiting for the reply or any other statement, he quickly closed his eyes and went into deep meditation because he wanted the status of Brahma Rishi to tackle sage Vashishta. Here, Indra is very happy. Lord Indra quickly returns to heaven and he convinces Brahma to come and get in front of King Kaushika and declare that he is a Brahma Rishi. But Brahma is still not convinced. He says that this is not the time. I don't think he deserves to be a Brahma Rishi so soon. But still, because all of them were forcing them so much and they were afraid on what King Kaushik would do if they still did not declare him as a Brahma Rishi, they appeared in front of him, blessed King Kaushika, and declared him as a Brahma Rishi. Now, Brahma says, you are a Brahma Rishi. King Kaushika, your wishes has been fulfilled. King Kaushika says, it is very nice that you are telling me I'm a Brahma Rishi, but I want to become the best Brahma Rishi ever. Brahma says, we will see. My child, for now, you continue your penance. Here, now that King Kaushik has realized he is the Brahma Rishi, the only thing he wants to do now is to run to the sage Vashishta and tell him that I am the Brahma Rishi. I am also a Brahma Rishi, and snatch Kamadenu's daughter Nandini from sage Vashishta. So he rushes to the ashram of sage Vashishta. Here, sage Vashishta and his wife are having a conversation exactly at the time when King Kaushika comes near their hermitage. He hears to a name, and that's none other than his own name. They're talking about King Kaushik. So he quickly hides behind the tree and listens to what they're conversing. The wife of sage Vashishta says, why don't you just tell sorry or just declare him as the Brahma Rishi and just say, okay, you've just won. What is the need of all of this havoc and the kind of conflict you're having between each other? Now, the reply that sage Vashishta gives is very important. He says, I can't do so because I love King Kaushik from all my heart. He's my beloved. I want him to continue his practice. But now, if I tell him that you are the Brahma Rishi and that everything between us is sorted, then I'm afraid that he might just stop his penance here and go back to his kingdom and start living lavishly. Because I know that he is not yet come out of the jealousy or the enmity he has within him for me. Though he has overcome all the other bad qualities, he still has this one quality which I want him to remove from himself with this practice. So I can't do it. It's all right that if I become a bad person in his eyes, I don't mind. But I want him to become a good person and to become the best version of himself and to become the one who has truly realized Brahman. Hearing this, King Kaushika's eyes are filled with tears. He starts crying. All my life, this guru, my guru, sage Vashishta, has been blessing me. It's because of him that I was able to rule such a vast kingdom. And I disobeyed and disrespected my own guru. For what? For a cow, for materialistic things that the cow will gift me. Only for that, I went against my own guru. He was ashamed of himself. He did not even have the courage to go and stand in front of sage Vashishta. Now, he was overcome with so much of love, and there was not a pinch of bad quality within him. And he was so much filled with love for the world that he was then renamed as Vishwamitra. Yes, the same Vishwamitra that we all know and we've all heard of is King Kaushik himself. This is not only the story of the discovery or of how Gayatri Mantra came into existence, but also the story of the transformation of King Kaushik to Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra, let us understand his state of mind or his persona through his name that he has now received. In Vishwamitra, the word Vishwa means the universe, and the word Mitra means the friend. So Vishwamitra means the friend of the universe. And who is a friend? The one who loves that friend, and the one who is ready to do anything for the friend who is in need, to help him all the time and to always want the best for that person. Such is friendship. And such was the love that Vishwamitra had for the universe and all the entities in universe. So now he did not want to be a Brahmarishi at all, but he became a Brahmarishi. The moment he lost the desire to be a Brahmarishi, that very moment he became a Brahmarishi. This is the irony of the story. Now he did not meditate to become a Brahmarishi or to gather any other title. He meditated only for the well-being of the university. He meditated only to find peace, only to be one with the Brahman, not to be a Brahmarishi. This is when, after years of penance, Lord Vishnu himself appeared. He blessed him. What else do you want? Why are you meditating? He says, I am not meditating to get anything. I have everything in me. Whatever I need is me. I've realized that. I don't see any other purpose in my life. I just want to meditate. Lord Vishnu, who knew that said Vishwamitra had such feelings for the universe, Lord Vishnu had a task, but he wanted to give this task to a person who would love the universe like his own children and would do anything for him, for the universe. And he knew that there could be no better person than Vishwamitra himself. So he says, I have a task for you. You had such a great willpower. In a human body, you were able to overcome all the bad qualities and you were able to realize me and you became a Brahmarishi. But what about the people who come later on in time? They will not have such willpower. There will be destruction only in the coming ages. So, what about those people? You do have compassion on them, don't you? Don't you want to find a solution for that? And Lord Vishnu disappears. Sage Vishwamitra is a Brahmarishi. A Brahmarishi has nothing called as time. So do you know what he did? He had a question. What is destruction? What will happen in the coming time? He time travels. He time travels to find out what will happen in the future. He takes another human body form and he moves from this particular time to the time in future to find out what was happening. He travels not a year or two forward in time, but yugas, which are hundreds and thousands of years. He travels from Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga to Kali Yuga. He notices how suffering has increased, how the bad qualities in human beings have increased, how they don't have any compassion towards other living beings like the plants and other animals. But what shocked him most is the Kali Yuga. He was devastated seeing the state of people in the Kali Yuga. He was overcome with compassion, but more than compassion, it was grief and sorrow because he had now realized what his children would go through: war, death, suffering, and greed for money, nothing else. He was so touched that he started meditating. He started meditating to see what could be done. He was so much in suffering just by seeing the suffering. He meditated day and night, weeks, months, years, thousands of years, 2000s of years. He kept meditating and meditating and meditating. One such day, when he was meditating, do you know what happened? He heard a sound. And as soon as he heard that sound, he realized that his mind was calming down. There was something happening. He also felt a vibration on his Agnya Chakra. Yes, the same place where we all focused during the Gayatri Dhyana. He noticed that vibration. He started feeling some kind of joy, some kind of bliss. He had no worry. Now he knew this sound was the solution. He focused on his Agnya Chakra and tried to listen to what that sound was. He started making sense. The sound he could imagine on his forehead through his third eye, he could imagine this sound started with Om. It was written in different syllables. He could make sense of what those syllables are. It was written in 3 lines. And that powerful shloka is none other than the Gayatri Mantra. Let us all chant the Gayatri Mantra now. Please fold your hands and keep your back straight and start chanting along with me. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. What does this mantra mean? In simple terms, we say, O Master of the universe, our protector, the one who takes away all our sufferings and one who gives us happiness and contentment, we contemplate and meditate to the creator of the universe in the form of his knowledge and pure bliss and brilliance. Please motivate us to perform good deeds. It is said that only the chanting of the God's name and mantras that are so powerful like Gayatri Mantra can save us and help us pass this difficult time of the Kali Yuga where humanity seems like have lost its value and meaning. Sage Vishwamitra tried researching more on the Gayatri Mantra. He realized its meaning, its essence, and the benefits one receives. Let us see what are the few benefits. But before that, it was said Vishwamitra himself. Once he realized the Gayatri Mantra, he did not stop there and keep it to himself because he loved the entire universe and had such deep friendship and love towards them. He spread this mantra far and wide, taught it to all of his students, and requested them to teach their students. And such is how the Gayatri Mantra has passed on from generation to generation and generation. Let us see what are the benefits. The Gayatri Mantra uplifts one's consciousness. It develops a strong intuition. It improves sleep pattern and appetite, improves immunity. It increases concentration and learning. It helps keep our heart healthy. It improves the working of our nerves. It strengthens our mind and gives our skin a glow. All of these I've told you in simple terms, so I'm sure you understand the meaning of these benefits. But what is the secret? How exactly, when we chant a 4 line or a 3 line mantra written in a language which most of us don't really understand in present times, how is it able to give us so many benefits? That is the secret of vibrations. Physics has already shown us that everything in the world is energy or vibration. Many of us must have read the same in our school textbooks. Our body, which is also made of pure energy, and the cells, all of them vibrate at a specific frequency. And through some Sanskrit mantras, when we resonate in balance, we experience a state of peace and relaxation and good health. Our ancient seekers and sages knew about this world of vibration far before modern science ever thought of it. Our ancestors developed an exact science of transcendental vibration to release the mind of all the anxieties of material life, the Maya. And such things are called as mantras. Such vibrations and sounds are called as mantra. And the very term mantra literally means that which heals. Of the many mantras we might know, the Gayatri mantra holds utmost importance. The Gayatri mantra is mentioned in the Rig Veda. It is made in the most sacred Vedic meter or chandas, as we saw in the very first episode. This chandas is known as the Gayatri meter. There are several modern studies that show that the recitation of the Gayatri mantra within this chandas increases the synchronicity of the cardiovascular rhythm and also increases the barrel reflex sensitivity. These findings suggest that the recitation of mantra at a specific frequency induces favorable psychological and physiological effects. In the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it is mentioned that any mantra that we chant, it is very important that we know the meaning behind it and that we chant it with utmost purity and devotion. It is also important that we pronounce these mantras correctly. And that is how, through these 3 sessions, we have mastered these various different dimensions of the Gayatri mantra. And we've also thanked the people behind it. We've understood how a Gayatri mantra is able to give us so many benefits. But this is not it. There are so many other benefits, and it is completely astonishing on how vibrations affect our body. Therefore, there are so many other secrets. There are infinite benefits of this mantra, and there are so many more experiences. So, all of these experiences and this journey of exploring and identifying the benefits and the different mysteries will not end in this Gayatri series. But this is a journey which we have all started, and this will go on throughout our life. So we shall all, throughout our life, focus and try to identify the different benefits, because as we saw, it has such deep connection with our original form, that is the vibration or the light of the self. With that, we come to an end of the series, but it gives us a new beginning and a new perspective to the mantra we've all been chanting throughout our life. I hope all of you enjoyed today's story session. And here's something you'll enjoy even more, and that is the quiz time. So we have 3 questions. I request all of you, if you know the answer, please raise your hand, and whoever raises their hand first will receive a chance to answer. Let's not waste any time and move forward. The first question is, who was Raja Rishi Kaushika renamed as? Option A, Brahma Rishi Valmiki. Option B, Brahma Rishi Vishwamitra. Option C, Brahma Rishi Vashishta. Or option D, Brahma Rishi Varuna. I have a look on the participants list. I see that Tejas has raised his hand first. Go ahead, Tejas.
Brahma Rishi Vishwamitra.
Excellent, Tejas. You're right. Your answer is correct. It's Brahma Rishi Vishwamitra. Our next question, what does Vishwamitra mean? Friend of humans, friend of God, friend of universe, or both A and B? Yes, Snigdha, unmute yourself and give the answer.
Friend of universe.
Excellent, excellent, Snigdha. The correct answer is friend of the universe. The third and the final question of this amazing quiz time is, which of the following is the benefit of chanting the Gayatri mantra? With devotion, definitely, and correct pronunciation. Option A, improved intuition. Option B, better concentration. Option D, strengthened mind. Or option D, all of the above. Yes, Pramukh, what do you think is the answer?
It's all of the above.
Very good. I really appreciate all of you who have raised your hand and those who were able to answer, and also those who did not raise their hand but listened to the story intently and answered to yourself. Excellent. A huge round of applause to all the divine Atma Jyotis.